Hello guys, hello beautiful people. My name is Favor Atal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're very welcome. I'm so excited about today's video because I have a lot of juicy details for you guys. Alright, earlier this month, I actually sent out some, actually made a flyer. I sent it out on my social media platforms, asking people to, ask questions on what they feel like the life of a believer is outside church. But just because of the context of this video, I like to explain a few things here. Now, we understand that the church is not the building, right? The church is the people. So you see in the book of Matthew chapter 16 verse 18, when the Lord was saying, I'll build my church upon this rock and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. It's not talking about the building, but actually the people, right? So to just get that out of the way, we know that we, the church, that the people in the church were Christ's bride, but in the context of this video, we're talking about the four walls where believers actually go in to worship God. Now, I took some questions. What do you think a believer's life is outside church? We have a lot of circumstances that makes people have this mindset that the life of a believer is a child of God, someone who believes God. And they call them church girls or church boys in this kind of generation that we live in. So that I'm trying to be very serious let's get very serious. So I got some questions, and I also like to add some questions I've also gotten over the years. People actually feel like a believer's life is so different. They feel like when you're in church, you are a particular person, and when you're out of church, you're also that kind of person. So I'll be taking some questions and answering them on what a believer's life is outside church. So somebody actually messaged me and asked, she said, I'm a child of God. I go to church and I love God and all of that. I work in church. I'm in the workforce. But she was saying something. She said, what if somebody actually asks me out on a date, right? Am I supposed to wear the same clothes I wear in church? So my date. Alright guys, this is it. Well, I'm going to draw a line, but I'm going to be asked. Disclaimer, I'm not saying this opinion is the general notion. I'm just saying this is just my opinion to these questions, right? So, would I dress the same way I dress to church to a date? Right? So, this is it. If you're asked on a date by friends, your girlfriends, girls that are your friends, because here online we have to be very careful about our words before somebody else will take it and turn it upside down. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to be serious right here. So would I wear the same clothes I wear to church to my date? Now this is it. How do you dress to church? And how would you dress on your date? When you're going to church, dress decently, right? Tie your scarf and all of that. Most people do not use makeup. Most people use makeup. So you must understand the scope of these various things that you're doing. If you're going out on a date, what kind of date are you going out on? Are you out on a movie night? Are you going for probably like a very, 5-star restaurant kind of date? Are you going to eat out like, roadside food? What kind of date are you going out on? You need to understand that, and also understand the kind of dressing you're going to. If you're going for a sleepover, you cannot wear dinner gown. If you are going for a dinner, you cannot wear something you wear for a sleepover. So you need to understand this as a believer. When you go to church, probably you're in the workforce, you're in the choir, you're in the ushering department, you wear the uniform they ask you guys to wear, probably your corporate. If you're going out on a date and somebody that is going to be your future husband or your future wife asks you out on a date, you understand that you don't have to go all scarf, you need to go very decency is key, but you also need to understand that you need to go with the flow. For example, you cannot wear the things you usually wear to church for a dinner date. You can wear the same things, but you have to add some twists and turns to it to make it according to the occasion. But all in all, you need to understand that decency is key, right? You are not one person inside the church and one person outside. It's still the same person, still the same personality, but you also must understand that there are various occasions to different dresses to different occasions. So you see that an electrician is a believer, but when he wants to work, he puts on his uniform, right? A caterer is also a believer, but when she wants to work, she puts on a different kind of uniform. So you need to understand the occasion, you need to understand the context of where you're going to and how to just mix it all up. So, disclaimer here, a believer is not old-fashioned. A believer is not somebody who doesn't know how to dress. I am a believer and I am beautiful and I'm proud of the way I dress. I do not necessarily have to open up, my cleavages and all of that for you to think or to know that I am beautiful, right? So this is it. These are just few keys and few points to note. You're going out on a date as a believer. It doesn't change who you are. It's your personality. It's everything. When I dress, I do not just, wear anything that I just pick out from the closet. It is who I am. So my wardrobe is a reflection of who I am. So you cannot open my wardrobe and see, indecent dresses or things that are exposing my body. So if you ask me out on a date, I do not have to go all 360 and go and buy things that will expose my body or things that will make me look more extra. No. I just have to be myself. But being myself already is enough. By adding some twists and turns, everything is fine. So questions I've had is, people have this wrong notion that a believer is just outdated. Like, we don't do so much. We do little or nothing. People begin to mention churches. Or if you ask a girl out in this church on a date, she doesn't, wear something that is presentable. That's a lie from the pit of hell, guys. Alright, I think that's for dressing. So a believer dresses well, dresses nice, is beautiful. A believer is beautiful. A believer is much more than a lot of people like to say turban, the scarf, all of that, guys. Do not be a hater. A believer is much more than that. I've seen beautiful ladies doing beautiful things. Our mothers of faith are so beautiful. Look at Mama Lizzie Johnson Suleiman. She's actually my role model. She dresses well, she's a believer, guys. She's changing the narrative. Look at Mama Becky Ineche. Beautiful women doing beautiful things. So do not be, I'm a believer. I'm not supposed to dress a certain kind of way. Yes, I said it. Decency is key. No matter what you're doing, no matter how wonderful you want to look, you must understand that decency is key.